James chapter 4 has been confronting pride and divided loyalty in our hearts, calling us to humility before God. But starting in verse 11, James shows us something important. True humility always shows up in how we treat other people, especially in how we speak about them. Listen to what James writes. Chapter 4, verses 11 and 12. Don't criticize one another, brothers and sisters. Anyone who defames or judges a fellow believer defames and judges the law. If you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver and judge who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? James says, do not speak evil of one another, brothers. This command isn't about manners or tone. James is dealing with the heart, because the tongue always reveals what's happening inside of us. Slander isn't just lying. It includes false accusations, misrepresentations, and even passing along true information when the intent is to damage someone's character or reputation. Scripture tells us a good name is more valuable than riches, and slander aims straight at that. Slander is consistently tied to pride in Scripture. Dr. Johnny Hunt points out something sobering in his commentary on the book of James. The chief work of the devil is to slander God's people. And when we speak evil of our brothers and sisters, even casually, we end up doing the very thing we are called to resist. In the commentary on James, Kent Hughes compares slander to a spider dissolving its prey from the inside out. Words can do that. They don't just damage reputations, they hollow out souls. This is where many believers struggle. We justify harmful speech by saying, but it's true. James doesn't give that excuse. Truth spoken with the intent to expose, embarrass, or diminish someone is still sin. Our tongues were not given to tear down the people God died to redeem. James says that when we slander a believer, we aren't just speaking against them, we are speaking against God's law, the royal law that commands us to love our neighbor as ourselves. When we slander, we place ourselves above that law, acting as if God's standard does not apply to us. Dr. Hunt says, this is more than poor behavior. It's a complete disregard for God's authority. James brings everything into focus in verse 12. There is one lawgiver and judge who is able to save and to destroy. Only God sees the heart. Only God knows motives. And only God has the authority to judge eternally. So when James asks, who are you to judge your neighbor? It's not a suggestion, it's a rebuke. James is reminding us that humility before God should silence the desire to exalt ourselves over others. If we have truly humbled ourselves before the Lord, we won't feel the need to sit in His seat of judgment. Scripture calls us to speak words that build up, not tear down, to show mercy because mercy triumphs over judgment, to let our speech be seasoned with grace. A surrendered tongue is one of the clearest signs of a surrendered heart. As we end, I just want to say, may God help us guard our words and to resist the enemy by refusing to speak his language, and to trust the only true judge with the hearts of those around us. Humility before God could shape every word we speak. And when we choose grace, we reflect the heart of Christ.